very good point at the beginning, which was about, oh my gosh, I just drove like of sorry of how when someone is doing something bad, we see a lot of the time people kind of shooting back at them, and I think that alone is a bigger message. Is that's just not two wrong. Like, I always say that two lefts will make two wrongs will make a right. Like two lefts, two wrongs will make a right. Oh my goodness, but it's true, and I feel like you see that more than anything is that when someone does do something negative or bad or even hateful to that extent, a lot of people want to bite back and bark back and say, well, they deserved it. They deserve me being mean to them. And in reality, no, that's totally not the case. That's, at least in my world, at least, especially like you're giving off just as much of a negative energy of that person as that person is.
Yeah.
You're not elevating yourself by being mean to somebody who is mean to somebody else. You're just lowering yourself to their level. And
Yeah.
I think that is something you mentioned that is so overlooked by a lot of people, is that, just because someone does something that's shitty and mean doesn't mean you got to be shitty and mean back to them and they deserve that because they were mean. I mean, yeah, it's so much easier to do that, but the long-term outcome of you being the bigger person and displaying a higher positive energy takes you way farther in life.
Yeah. I'm learning this year a lot that not everything deserves a reaction. And it's very hard to learn that because it's like you see something on Twitter, especially, and everyone just, it's in real time. Like people just get really like passionate about something and they just go straight to their tweets and start drafting something up and then they post it without even thinking. I used to be guilty of that. And so I've really had to like take a step back and realize, okay, does this deserve my reaction? Do I need to like put this out onto the internet? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Do I want this to represent me? So that's kind of the thought process I've been going, not just with Twitter, but also like when I get a mean comment on YouTube or when someone DMs me something that was kind of mean or like just stuff like that. I'm always kind of like, okay, take a step back, breathe. Do I need to react to this right away or can I sleep on it, wait on it? And most of the time, once you do that, then you realize, okay, I don't really need to be putting this out into the universe, or I don't need to be spreading this or whatever. And that kind of goes with like a lot of the stuff that's been happening with people getting canceled and whatever. I'm kind of like, all right, I don't need to make this big statement about it, but I'm not going to follow them. I'm not going to support them. I'm not going to stream their music, whatever it may be. But I don't need to make this huge statement about it. And if someone asks me for my opinion, I'll give it to them. But like, I don't want to make this huge deal about it and kind of harp on that person more than they're already getting harped on, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to bring that negative energy onto you. I mean, again, it's there's people can talk about what they believe in and all that, but there's good energy and there's bad energy, and just because someone's putting out bad energy and you want to give it back to them, to make it right, quote unquote, you're doing no different. You're not even really helping yourself in my world. And people may disagree, but you're just giving into that negative energy and you're going just as low as they are, and it seems right, but in the reality it doesn't hold to the same standard. It's just the same.
It's just a vicious cycle, and you don't want to give people the power to try and like bring you down too because you spoke up about it or whatever.
Yeah, and if you do ever speak up about it, there are totally different ways to do it too. I mean, there's a way to, in a sense, bark back, I guess, bite back, that you can do it calmly and in a way that you don't have to bring that negative energy in your life. There's totally ways to handle stuff where you don't have to bring negative energy in your life. And that's always my advice to people when handling any situation. It's, I take a deep breath. Yes, you're mad. Express that you're mad to somebody else, but then calm down and say what you got to say peacefully and calmly with no bad intentions. It says a lot about the person, and when people can do that. Anyways,